Hello, everybody. Welcome to another podcast. We got a special podcast for you all today. It is mid-July, so we're going to be talking about prep for second year of uni. Just talking about um, first year experiences and the differences between first year, second year, that kind of thing. And to do that, we are joined by two student team members, by Salma and by Nuura, who are first and second, who have just come from their first and second years, respectively. So yeah, do you both want to introduce yourselves, Salma?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Salma. I just finished my second year in politics and international relations and going on to my third and final year.
And I'm Nora, and I've just finished my first year studying architecture. So I'll be going to second year in September.
Yeah, okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, my first question is to you, Nuura, because you just finished your first year and obviously in strange circumstances because of COVID and everything like that. Just like, how do you reflect on your first year? How was it at the Uni of Manchester? What was some of the best and hardest experiences that you had to deal with?
I guess it was interesting, trying to adapt to going to university in a pandemic, but I think I did, me personally, okay, with all the circumstances happening, and I can actually sit down and reflect on what I did well in and what I didn't do as good in for September when everything opens back up properly and I can actually focus, inside university.
Yeah. Was it hard doing everything, working from home?
Yeah, definitely. Doing a design course inside your house is a bit hard, but hopefully in September I can actually go into the studio and then I guess I can make my work better because I can actually access all the machinery and all the space that I didn't have this year.
Yeah, for sure. Was it a similar experience for you, somewhere? Yeah, being an international student, like your first year of uni, was there any challenges that you had to get over, and what were some of the best experiences from first year?
Well, for sure, my first year was very, very different. I mean, I honestly feel for you, Nora. I can't imagine starting uni in COVID, having to deal with all of these changes and
Yeah.
everything's so uncertain. Yeah, so my first year was it was really different because I hadn't been in the UK before, obviously, but I had visited, I was lucky enough to visit. So I had went with my parents and my parents kind of left. And then I had a moment of panic because I was so used to obviously living with them, that suddenly, now I'm a first year international student in this whole new environment. So it was very, very, it was exhilarating. It was definitely exciting as well, for sure. And I'm really excited for you, Nuura, as well, because there is a lot of on-campus events that I know first years missed out on. Huge welcome week is a huge thing for, especially if you're in your first year. So hopefully, you're compensated for that next year, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Is that something you plan on doing, Nuura?
Yeah, maybe go to freshers week and just try blend in with all the first years.
Surely they have to have some sort of freshers week for second years who never got to experience it last time. Surely.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So over the summer then, what's the best way to go into second year? How have you kind of been preparing for that? So have you picked modules yet?
I'm not too sure if we even pick modules.
Oh, really? Oh yeah, because architecture.
But I remember asking my tutor at my last review what I should do over the summer. And the main thing he told me to do was just relax. Like,
Yeah.
he said, don't exasperate yourself when you have the whole of second year of just like proper hardcore learning. Like, don't exasperate yourself this summer. Relax, have fun, start to prepare near the end, but don't get too much into it. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Was it the same for you, Salma?
I mean, I can tell that there's a little bit of a difference, definitely, between like second and first, just because second's a bit more serious. At least like in the humanities, it's for sure like this like trial year that you can like mess up. You can do anything and you can just learn from it. But second year, you're kind of expected to have, you know, start actually taking things seriously, and it also depends on like your course. If it's, I imagine design based is also kind of the same, where like your projects are a bit more important like in your second year, I think. But I honestly didn't do much between my first and second year because it was with COVID. But I did try to like browse through like courses just because I have a lot of options. So I just wanted to see, I was curious enough to see like what next year might be like.
Yeah. No, I think I was the same really. Like, you think going from year to year, there's this idea that it's like some big leap every time, but it's really not, like in terms of like the work that you have to do. Like maybe like you've got to do a little bit extra or some different kind of things. But really like you just need to put in the work that you're putting in first year if you're doing well. So how did your second year go, Sam?
It was okay. I mean, I really miss campus for sure. It's definitely different, even as just like lectures and things like that, just hearing from your professors, it's very, very different. And this year, I'm sure like screen fatigue was a big thing. I hated just being on my laptop for like 6 hours. It was too much, honestly. And it almost feels like the year didn't even pass. Like it just felt like it was online, so I didn't really feel the engagement that I would have felt like the whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you taken anything, did both of you, have you taken anything from like the year of working online that you're gonna like take into campus next year?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. More time management for sure, like independent time management. Because sometimes when you have like an on-campus commitment, you kind of have to like, wake up and go. But with online, it's so easy to just like ignore it. It's so easy to just like not think of it as strict commitment. So I think like independent time management is one thing. Yeah. I don't know. What else, Nuura? Like, what would you take from your online experience?
Yeah, I agree. It was so easy to like just forget I had a lecture because I didn't have to go anywhere. It was so bad. But to be honest, I do prefer like actual working like in person. So I don't think I'm gonna take too much forward from online because I've had like enough of it by now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus on like just leaving my laptop on the side and just working by hand.
Yeah. But that's a good thing though. Like what you'll take from a year of being online is the enthusiasm that you'll go into next year with, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
What was like obviously it's not ideal, but what was your like favorite part of first year, Nuura?
It was just like working on the actual projects because like I chose the course for a reason. Like I really like model making and stuff like that, so I found that really fun. It was just a bit like boring when you're working at it at like 4 a.m. in your bedroom instead of like the studio or something. But yeah, I really liked the actual design aspects. I actually like the lectures with the learning. And like, yeah, I really just liked it, but I just wish it was more, in person, more. It felt like a bit like alone, like you're just studying a course on the side instead of actually being in university.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Summer? You're getting into third year now. Are
Mhm.
you ready for that?
It's also my final year because
Yeah.
a 3 year course. I don't know. The thought of writing a dissertation is very intimidating at the moment. Um, but I'm very excited. Hopefully, graduating and things like that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's so like time has, at times it was really slow, but at other times, overall, it just felt very quick.
Yeah. I feel like this year just dragged so much now.
Yeah, like during the year, so
Mm.
slow.
Like I look
But
back a
now
year,
it feels like,
it feels like 3 years ago.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is there anything else like going into second year or just like across the summer, plans for the summer that you want to discuss or like talk about, or any questions that you have?
I guess we could mention that it's also a good opportunity between the summers to get any other work experience, or anything that you can do, like any summer courses or any summer internships. It's also you have the time to do it in the summer, and I think now there's more opportunities virtually, so you don't even have to get anywhere. But yeah, if there was anything to do, I think that would be the thing to do. Less about your academics and more about your extracurriculars. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great point, actually. Just like go on to LinkedIn and search like architecture events or something like that. Is that something you do know?
Yeah, like I think now I've been really having time to plan on how I'm gonna spend second years or any internships or work experience I'm looking at now to start applying for next year. So I can know how I'm gonna spend my time.
Yeah. That's really good, actually. That's really good. Because I kind of left uni, well, I finished my undergrad, not really having got involved in much stuff like that, and kind of definitely felt that when I graduated. So that's definitely something that would be helpful. So are there many things to get involved with?
I mean, it honestly depends on what opportunity you find. I mean, there's plenty on careers connect or whatever. But even just for fun, you can do. I say for fun. I mean, it's fun for me. For fun, you can do different. You can do different volunteering things as well, or even watch those how to set up a LinkedIn profile video, because you don't think about that during the year.
Yeah, because you're too busy with all the work.
Yeah, you don't have time to just sit down and just have all this luxurious time to update your CV and things like that. In the summer, it's definitely perfect time for it.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Okay, the last thing I want to know is, Salma, what is your dissertation? What are you thinking your dissertation going to be on? There's some ideas of me.
No clue. The thing is, I like theory just as much as I like research, and just as much as I like evidence-based things. And I genuinely like so many modules. That's my issue. I was even talking about this to my academic advisor. She's usually someone goes one way or the other, and you kind of you're okay with both. I'm yeah, I'm okay with both. So,
Well, I mean,
that's yeah.
But if you're doing research, you still need the theory behind the research to back it up, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. But sometimes you can also do theory alone. And it's more I don't want to say philosophical, but it's more readings and things like that. But
Well, I think from
Yeah.
my experiences of doing a dissertation, what I would say is start early. That would be my best advice.
Everyone says that. Everyone says start early. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I left mine to the last like 3 weeks.
Oh, and you got it done. Like it was fine.
Well, yeah, it was all right. My undergrad one was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My postgrad one was much better, but let's not talk about that. Okay, anyway, thank you, Nuura and Salma, joining us today. Talk about a little bit about getting into second year, first year experiences, what to do over the summer. So yeah, thank you both.